my camera keeps falling out. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, it's all right. Okay, well, today we're going to talk about racist and discrimination because this topic I think on trending now because of there is new case in US,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I just want to ask you about how's life in your country with uh, many people or immigrants there, something like that. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so first question is how the immigrants life in Australia.
Yeah, I think an immigrants. I mean, most of our country. Say most. A lot of our country is immigrants. Uh, Immigration helped to build Australia.
Mhm.
So the life of an immigrant in Australia generally is, I think, pretty good by world standards. Generally, pretty good life people have as an immigrant.
Okay, yeah, like we have been in Sydney, I can so many uh immigrants there stay in Sydney, something like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think every country of the world is here in Australia. I mean, there's people here from South America, Argentina, Brazil, people here from Mexico, El Salvador, US, Canada, Asia, Europe, Africa, everywhere in the world, India and Afghan. There's
Yes.
people here in Australia from that country, yeah. We have many
Yeah.
immigrants.
Okay. And then with so many immigrants late in Australia, uh, are there Muslims or black people? I don't know how to say it. Like you already said, from African live in your country. Are there many Muslims live there?
I wouldn't say many. I think the last time we had a census, Muslims are maybe about 2% of the population, 2 or 3%, something like that. So, uh, yeah, it's there's Muslims live here, but I wouldn't say it's a lot of Muslims here. Or yeah, but if you drive around different places, you'll see mosques as you drive, particularly in Brisbane. In bigger
Yeah.
cities, you're gonna see a mosque in any major city in Australia. So there is Muslim communities, but I wouldn't say it's a lot of people. No.
Oh yeah. Okay. And do you know some cases of racist or discrimination in your country?
Yes. Um, Particularly when someone films it, someone has a camera, or even on a phone, and someone films it, and it gets in the media. Uh, we will become aware of racist incidents. Um, but me myself personally, I've never witnessed that before.
Oh, okay, it's good then.
Like like when I talk, I mean like violence or something like that. People
Mhm.
say things sometimes. I have heard people say things, but in terms of like attacking somebody for their race, I never saw it personally. I've seen it in the news, I've seen it on the media, but I've never seen it in my life. No. So it
Okay.
does happen. It definitely does happen. I can't say it doesn't happen in my country, but if it's common, if it's regular, happens all the time, every day, no, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, okay, that's
So
good.
I would ask the question back to you. I mean, you've been to my country 2 times already, right? You're obviously from a minority. How did you feel when you walk in my country? People say things to you, or people treat you bad, or you have any problems in my country?
Okay, maybe I can say it from the ASEAN perspective because
Hmm.
I come there as ASEAN people,
Hmm.
the nation people, and then they might don't know I am a Muslim because I didn't wearing the hijab,
Sure. Yeah.
makeup, something like that. So, so far when I came there, they are so nice, so welcome with me, and then uh, they sometimes they help me to understand something like
Hmm.
uh, I still remember when I was going to the toilet and I don't know how to use the what should I say?
Oh, the wash basin, like
Yeah,
the wash basin. Yeah.
I don't know how to work that things.
Uh huh.
The girls, the blonde girl, helped me to use it. Just show it to me how to use it, something like that.
Uh
And
huh.
then uh, it's also when I arrived in in the airport, the people helped me to get me to the right line, something like that.
Okay. So people didn't treat you badly or make
No,
any problems for you because you're Asian or something like that? No.
no, I think only you make a problem with me. No, nothing.
But it's not because you're Asian. No.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, so far no, there's good
Yeah,
people.
that's what I mean. I don't think most people most of the time are gonna have a problem in my country. But I'm not a minority, so it's easy for me to say, yeah, it's okay, or yeah, it's better to have the perspective of somebody who is maybe a Muslim in my country, or an Asian in my country, or a black person. Maybe they have a different understanding of how racism is in
Yeah,
Australia. I can only talk about what I've seen and what I've seen in my life. There's racist incidents sometimes in my country, but not often, not regular. I don't think so.
yeah, I think it's because just small community, like you said, they might not understand well about some people, small community, so they do something bad because of that maybe.
I think often when there is some sort of problem or incident or violence or something, often, it's just my opinion, again, it's just my opinion, but often I think there's maybe the person has a mental health problem, something like that. They're a little bit crazy or something. And so, they might say things or attack somebody, but or maybe they're drunk, drinking a lot of alcohol or taking drugs,
Mhm.
or something. There's some sort of problem with that person. It's not normal. Normal people wouldn't do
Yeah,
that because people are too busy. You know, people are
yeah,
going about their own business, going to work, going to meet their friends, or nobody's got time for making a problem for somebody in the streets. It's like, nah, it doesn't normally
yeah,
happen.
yeah, yeah. I see. Okay, next question. With that cases, how your government solved that case?
For my government,
Is it fair enough for the people who get attacked or else something like that?
well, okay, well, it's not really an issue for my government because we have laws in place against these things, right? So anybody doing these sorts of things, it's already a crime. It's illegal in my country to attack somebody or say things because of their color or race. It's a crime in my country. So The government doesn't do anything about it. It's about policing, and do police do something about it or not? Because it's the police's job to enforce the law. The government doesn't enforce the law. The police do that. So I think generally, yeah, the police take these cases very seriously, and if they have a picture or an image of the person, they're going to show it everywhere, and when they catch that person, they're going to be charged with everything they can be charged with, so I think generally it depends. If it's a physical attack, like a violent attack, yeah, the police are going to do everything. If it's just people saying words and saying bad things, maybe the police won't be take that very seriously. If it's just words, it's not like physical or like violence or something like that. Just people saying words, maybe then the police won't do much about that. But it's difficult because it's just words, So sometimes it can be a racist attack that's verbal and not physical. And in that situation, maybe that person won't go to jail or something like that, But if they do a physical attack on somebody and they're caught by the police, they're definitely gonna go to jail for some time. They will be punished for that. Yeah, in my country, definitely.
Yeah. I think it's same like here also, almost the same in here. It's but it's good. Sounds good.
I never had a problem in Jakarta. I think people treated me okay. I don't think.
It's because I think it's because you're exclusive people when you came in my country. You are so you get the special treatment here.
Yeah, actually, I remember one time when we got food, when the guy brought food to us, and I knew how much the price was for the food, so I had the money ready, and I paid the guy, and he didn't even count the money. He didn't even look at it. He just took it. Yeah, it's okay. I said, wait, you should count the money. So he pulled it back out again. He counted it. Then he said, oh, yeah, it's okay. But I think for an Indonesian person, he's going to count the money. I think he should count the money, But for me, he just says, it's okay.
You are exclusive for us, for Indonesian, for Asian people. I think that's why they still trust you for everything, something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. That's okay.
Okay. Okay. The last question. Maybe you can say it again for this. What is your opinion about that? If there is racist or discrimination happen in your country, or maybe that happening now in US?
Yeah, there can be some racism in my country. There can be some individual cases of racism. If there's I suppose the comparison between Australia and America is there systemic racism. I think that's the issue with what the African Americans are having with the police at the moment in America. Is there's a feeling that there's systemic racism throughout the police in America against black people or against people, blacks, Latino people of color. I don't know whether that's true or not true. From what we see in the media, it seems like police have a problem with minorities in America. I don't think we have the same sort of problems with policing here, although there has been some deaths in custody here. where police have caught somebody. They have them in the at the police station, something like that, and that person has died while they're with the police. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's your opinion about that case.
Yep.
And thank you to share the story in your country, some cases there, and your opinion here.
Yeah.
And bye-bye. See you. Thank you.
Yeah.